1 Corinthians 10:31. So, whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, you should do it all for God's glory.
You're gone now, will you call me back? Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know that. You're the traveling kind.
Hey wonderful people, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be doing a reinstall for you guys using this old wig. Guys, it's old, okay? It's really old. So yeah, I'll be showing you guys how I achieved this hairstyle given me 90 babe, and also how I achieved the makeup look. Everything will be in this video because I just wanted it to be one video. So we're gonna go ahead and start installing the wig. As you guys can see, it's an old wig, so please don't judge me. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and use the ebony spray and just apply that at the front of my hairline. And I'll just go ahead and make sure I use my fingers to spread this out. Just make sure everything is spread out properly, and then I use a blow dryer just to dry it down a bit before I put down the lace and start pressing the lace down. So I just go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So I do go ahead and just work section by section, just because I feel like it's a bit more easier. But obviously you can go ahead and do it in one go. I don't mind doing that as well, but I just feel like it's just a bit more easier doing it section by section. Then I just go ahead and cut off the extra lace from the side of my baby hair. Well, I wouldn't say it's an extra lace. I think it's just the way that I cut the sides. Yeah, it just wasn't working. So I just thought, you know what, let me just remove that side and just leave it so that I can blend it in with my baby hair. So I do go ahead and use the ebony melting spray just to apply this on the lace, especially at the front, to make sure that everything is like laid down properly and is giving melt. The lace is not the best lace, so sometimes if the lace is not the best lace, of course you're not going to get the perfect melt. You're just going to have to do more work. Whereas if you have like an HD lace or transparent lace, it just makes the job a bit more easier. Like I said, this is an old wig and I feel like I got it like about 4 years ago, so I don't even know the details of this wig. But the main purpose of this video is to show you guys how I achieved these 90 inspired look, and also how I achieved the makeup going with it. So that's the whole purpose of the video, okay? So yeah, I guess you can use any wig you have, so it doesn't have to be an old wig. But yeah, so I was really happy that it was actually melted. It was okay. It was still giving scalp, I guess. But yeah, so I do go ahead and just make sure everything is laid. And then I go ahead and prepare my baby hair. So I separate my baby hair from the rest of the wig, and then I just go ahead and use my hot comb to lay this down properly, just so that it's easier to work with. I did go ahead and pluck the hair earlier on, but clearly, as you guys can see, I think it needed a bit more plucking. So in terms of the baby hair, I did go ahead and did pluck it out a bit more, and then I just cut it down, because obviously you can't do it with it being long like that, okay? So I do go ahead and cut it down. Then I'm gonna go ahead and use my baby iron or baby straighteners. I got this from Amazon, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use this to basically curl up my baby hair before I go ahead and style it. Once I finish doing that, I'll be using the olive oil gel to lay down my baby hair. I've never used this gel before to lay down my baby hair, but I have seen few people use it on YouTube, and I feel like it does the job. You can obviously use a mousse, or especially if you want like a fluffy baby hair, you can go ahead and use mousse. But for the purpose of this hairstyle, I wanted my edges, or not my edges, I wanted my baby hair to be laid, Okay, so I went ahead and used that gel. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start styling the ponytail. So by the way guys, if you can hear noise or cars or whatever, it's because I'm basically doing this voiceover in my bedroom, and like I always say in my videos, my bedroom is literally by the main road, so my apologies if you can hear noises. But yes, so I just go ahead and just hold the back section just so that I can, you know, start working with the front, and I'll be using my comb to just comb this down. I'm just using my rat tail comb to just comb the hair down. I do want this bit to be very flat, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use a hot comb to press this down, as I'm doing right now. I'm just gonna keep going over and over it just so that it's proper laid. I'll go ahead and use a got2b glue to continue styling. Got2b glue is really good for styling, so I do go ahead and use got2b glue, and I spray this on the hair, and I just keep combing it down just to make sure it's all slick and it's looking good. So I go ahead and use a blow dryer to, you know, blow this down a bit just so that it's dry, so it doesn't, you know, give me any flyaways. And I do go ahead and tuck this behind my ears so I can hold it at the back. Now I just go ahead and, you know, hold this into one at the back. Obviously the hair is not that long, so I did kind of struggle just a tiny bit to hold it. But yeah, so I do go ahead and just hold it at the back. You can also use bobby pins to, you know, secure the back if you want, which is what I also did later on. So now I'm going ahead to take out the band because I think this is like the second time I'm, you know, tying the front down just so that it can help the lace to lay down properly and also the baby hair to lay down. So once I've done that, I just go ahead and also use a foundation to, you know, apply that on the lace. Now I'm gonna go ahead and work with the ponytail in the middle. I do go ahead and separate some of the back hair with the middle section just so that I can do like a mini cute ponytail. It doesn't have to be neat, guys, because I wanted it to be like a bit messy, so I do go ahead and just separate it. Because this hair is not like a new wig, it was just, yeah, annoying just trying to separate the hair so I can hold it into a ponytail, but I did ended up obviously getting it to work. So I do go ahead and use my rat tail comb again to make sure I brush this up, making sure that everything is together and is looking a bit neat. When I mean like I wanted it messy, I meant like the ponytail. I wanted the ponytail to be a bit messy, so it doesn't have to be perfect at the back or at the top of the ponytail. So I do go ahead and use my hot comb just to make sure everything is like, you know, straight and neat and a bit flat. And I just use a hairband just to, you know, secure this. So I'm gonna go ahead and just style the top of the ponytail. This hairstyle was actually inspired by someone that I saw on YouTube. I can't even remember her name, but yeah. So I did see that a girl from YouTube did this hairstyle, and she went ahead and used like a clip to put it at the center of the ponytail, and she flicked the hair back. But I'm guessing because my wig is a bit more short, so it made it a bit harder to actually work with. So I don't know, like the clip wasn't just clipping, it just wasn't working. And at this point I was just like, what do I do? Like I'm even laughing at myself because it was just so stressful. So I was like, okay, cool, let me use like a normal big clip. But yeah, it was doing too much and I felt like it was a bit too big. So yeah, it just wasn't working. I was trying to do everything I can to literally get the same similar look, but it just didn't work. So I thought, what, let me use like a tiny clip and just put that down just so that it can hold it up a bit and then flick the hair back. So this kind of did work. So I just go ahead and keep working with this and playing around with it to get it to look how I want it to look. So that's all I did. Yeah. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and do my makeup because I wanted this video to be one. Usually I don't do this because I just feel like it just makes the video long, but to be honest it's not that bad because I don't usually do like long videos. But I thought, why not just put a hair and a makeup video together? So yeah, so I did go ahead and use wipes to clean my face as I was doing my hair. So I wanted my face to be clean before I go ahead and start prepping my skin for the makeup. This makeup is given 90 babes and I'm here for it. And this makeup is also inspired by someone that I saw on YouTube. So yeah, so I do go ahead and use my primer, the usuals, and now I'm just using my eyebrow brush just to basically brush up my brows, making sure everything is clean. And I do go ahead and use my eyebrow pencil. Guys, I use like a brown eyebrow pencil. I don't use like black or dark brown or whatever, just because I feel like when my eyebrows are like dark, it just doesn't suit me. It's not for me. So I just use like a brown pencil to just do my eyebrows. Because I'm going for like a 90s look, I didn't want like a bushy brows or a big, I don't know how to explain. I didn't want my brows to look like how people usually do it these days in 2023. So I just go ahead and do like a very thin eyebrow look. I didn't want it to be fluffy or whatever, so I just wanted like a thin eyebrow look. So yeah, so as you guys can see, it's very thin. Usually I do it a bit more bigger and maybe a bit more fluffier than this, but for today's look I wanted it to look very thin. And I feel like this is gonna be like my everyday eyebrow routine, just because I always find it hard to do my brows and I feel like they never come out identical. So I feel like doing it small or doing it a bit thin is so much better. So I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. I am going to put everything in the description box below. So basically everything that I am using to achieve this makeup look. So I just go ahead and just, spread out that foundation. Then to conceal, I'm going to be using my Too Faced Born This Way concealer and just highlight in all the places that I will usually highlight. That's basically the center of my face. So for bronzer, I'll be using the MUA Academy Cream Bronzer. So to highlight my face, I'll be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Touch Concealer. Then I'll just go ahead and mix these two blushes together. I'll be using the Charlotte Tilbury Finishing Airbrush Powder just to set under my eyes first before I go ahead and use my setting powder. I'll be using the Huda Beauty setting powder to set under my eyes and everywhere that I used concealer. Then I went ahead to use the LYS powder bronzer just to, you know, set that cream contour or cream bronzer. Then for my eyes, I will start by using a black pencil just to, you know, outline my waterline, you know, my lower waterline and the top of my waterline, if that makes sense. Then I'll just go ahead and spread out that, you know, black, you know, eye pencil, and then I'll be using like a brown, like basically a dark brown eyeshadow for the eyelid. I am using a Morphe palette for this, so I do go ahead and just set that. And I'm using like a light brown, like a custard brown eyeshadow, just to blend those two, you know, eyeshadows together. And then I go ahead and use like a black eyeshadow and blend out that black eyeliner or eye pencil. I hope that makes sense, but it's very simple and very easy. So I went ahead and used my blush from Revolution. This is the powder blush from Revolution, and then I used the highlighter from Revolution as well. So this is such a very simple look but very effective. So I do go ahead and just highlight everywhere that I would usually highlight, and I'm just gonna add a bit of that highlight just, you know, under my brows, just to make my eyes, you know, pop a bit more. And then I'll go ahead and do my lips. I am using the Revolution lip liner. I'll put everything down below. I'll just go ahead and just outline my lip first with that, just because it's a bit of a dark brown. And then I'm using the Colourpop BFF4 pencil. It's like a light brown, and I just go over that. And then I'm using my concealer. This is a Revolution concealer because I want like a nude lip, and I feel like this is my go-to now, guys. It literally gives me that perfect nude that I've always wanted. So thank God I thought of this, you know, to use my concealer to give me that perfect nude shade or perfect nude lips that I wanted. And I just went ahead and add some gloss on top of that. And then I did my lower lashes, and I just used my setting spray. So now I'm gonna go ahead to define the parting, you know, because yeah, that parting was not doing it. So I had to use a lighter concealer just to define the parting, just to make sure it's clean and you can see it properly, because before you couldn't see anything. So once I finish doing that, I go ahead and use a black mascara just to make sure the parting is straight and to make sure I clean off any extra concealer, but I did go ahead and just make sure I blend that concealer in the middle. As you guys can see, you can now see the parting. And yes guys, this is the final look. Let me know what you guys think in the comment below. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This look is definitely giving 90s babe, okay? But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys something a bit more different. So do let me know what you guys think, and if you guys want to be seeing more of this. And yes, I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.